I just want to make something clear. We all know that Tua was having an MVP caliber season when he was healthy. We praised him exceptionally on this show during that stretch. But still, the NFL is a brutal business. Marcus, what do you make of the Tua news?
Yeah, first of all, very unfortunate, right, based on what you just said. And Skylar Thompson is starting. Look, it was going to be hard for the Miami Dolphins to beat the Buffalo Bills anyway with Tua starting in this game. But I think the other part comes into play. And this is where, I'm glad I'm me, because the reality is Tua and his career should be a discussion this offseason between him and his family, all right? And the Miami Dolphins have to be in the market for a quarterback, right? And that's so unfortunate. But based on the things that we saw transpire this year with Tua, health is going to be the number one thing that they talk about. I think Tua proved that he's an NFL quarterback. I think he proved that this system works for him as well. But also, he missed a lot of games, and there are some serious conversations that got to come from Chris Greer and his management, and there's some serious conversations that has to go between Tua and his family.
Yeah, for the team, I think it's disappointing because, candidly, it felt like a Super Bowl caliber football team
100%.
this year, the way they were playing. Marcus, I think Tua has to answer the question if he's ever going to play football again. I don't think that's totally out of the question.
It's not, man. It can't be.
Those are real conversations, right? With the team, it's very difficult to sit there. I love Tua. I've championed Tua, praised him. It's really difficult to sit there and say that's our guy. Yeah. Because not only does he have the injury history that is always going to hang over his head from college, now there's this new injury kind of narrative around his name. Yeah. And I don't know if an organization could sit there that's been searching for the quarterback and say, that's the guy that has he has the ankles, he has the hip, and then the 3 concussions this year, 2 that we know of, and 1 that assumed that weren't off these old-fashioned, oh my goodness, hits either. And I don't disagree that organizationally they're going to have that conversation this offseason, which stinks.
These are always tough conversations to have because you're talking about another person's health, but we also played in the NFL, so we know how important it is to stay healthy in the National Football League, to not only be on the field with your team, but also be able to get what we like to call the bag, the money. And he's yet to be able to do that to secure. Now, look, some people say, okay, he was a top first-round pick. He should have plenty of money. Yes, that is correct. That may be true. But his goals is to win championships and make a lot of money. But with that health concern that he has right now, much like you say, Dan, I feel the same way. Your health is number one. Football is way in the rearview mirror. It's something that you don't even pay attention to. And at the end, not only him, the Dolphins and his family, in the offseason, they've got to sit down and really look at this thing with real medical staff and study it to understand what this is. I played with enough players in the National Football League that was concussed and wind up not living a normal life at the end of the day. So that's not something that we want to see.
Yeah. No, it's well said.
You know what I think? I just thought of? I wonder if the Dolphins entertain Tua is going to be a guy that is going to contend for our starting job, and we're going to go get Jimmy Garoppolo. He knows our system. And so you feel a high level of comfort no matter who the quarterback is.
The connection with Mike McDaniel is certainly there from the time of the 49ers.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.